voice cloning has gotten incredibly good.
But until now, the best tools like 11 Labs has been locked behind expensive cloud subscription that harvest your personal audio data. Today we are looking at VoiceBox. It's completely free open source voice synthesis studio that runs 100% locally on your own hardware. Zero cloud, zero fees. This isn't just a basic offline text reader. It's powered by AI models like Qwen 3 TTS, which can clone a voice almost perfectly from just a few second audio clip. And because everything runs directly on your computer, there are no monthly credit to buy, no waiting around for slow servers, and absolutely nobody tracking what you create. It's a professional grade studio that you actually own. Let's jump straight in and look at two quick examples of what the software can actually do. First, let's see how well it actually can clone a voice. I have a random 15-second audio clip of myself from an old video. I just drag it into the app, give it a name, and hit transcribe so the AI knows exactly what I'm saying. Once that's done, I hit create. Now I can type a new sentence and generate it. Remember, this is happening completely offline on my hardware. Testing the local synthesis engine. No cloud, no subscription, just raw performance. It captured the tone and pacing perfectly. Now let's look at another feature, the stories editor. This allows you to build a full conversations on a timeline. I'll start by adding my own voice profile to the track and typing the first line. I hit generate, and once the waveform appears on track 1, I'll add our second voice to the timeline for the response. After generating the second clip, I can just drag it into the right position on the timeline so the conversation flows naturally. Let's add one more quick back and forth to finish the scene. Welcome back to the show. Today we've got a really special guest.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So what are your thoughts on the software we are testing today?
I have narrated the mysteries of the cosmos and the depths of the ocean, but seeing a voice this smooth running entirely offline, now that is truly profound.
This is a massive workflow upgrade for creators. Now let's get this installed on your system. Before we start, you need at least 8 GB of RAM. You will also need about 30 GB of free space for the installation, but we will clean that up at the end. You don't need a fancy graphics card. It works perfectly on your normal processor. An important note, VoiceBox doesn't have a simple one-click installer or download button for Linux yet, so we are going to build this entire app from source right here on your computer. But don't worry at all, I'm going to explain every single step and every command as we go. So even if you will never build software from source before, you will know exactly what's happening. I'm using Linux Mint, which is the exact same as Ubuntu and Debian. If you use Arch or Fedora, look in the description for your specific commands. Step 1. Open your terminal. Step 2. Paste this command and press enter to update your system. Step 3. Paste this really long command from my guide. This just downloads all the basic files your computer needs to make the app work. Step 4. We need a tool called Rust. This is the main engine that runs VoiceBox in the background. Paste this command to install it. When it finishes, run the source command to turn it on and type cargo version to make sure it works. Step 5. We install two helpers called Just and Ban. These help build the apps menu so it looks good. First, run this command to install Just. Next, paste this command to install Ban. And finally, run this export command to turn it on. Step 6. Paste this git clone command. This downloads the actual VoiceBox files to your computer. Once it finishes, type cd VoiceBox to open that folder. Step 7. Run this Python command. This creates an isolated space for the AI model so they don't break during the setup. Next, paste this setup command. This downloads the actual AI voices and gets your graphics card ready. It takes a few minutes, so just let it run. Step 8. Before we build the app, we need to change one word in a text file so the process doesn't freeze. Run this command to open the file. Change this targets line to just say deb. Save the file and close it. Now paste the tmpdir just build command. We use this tmpdir trick so the compiler uses a safe temporary folder and doesn't crash during the build. This step does the heavy lifting and takes 10 to 15 minutes. If you see a red error at the very very end, don't worry, it's completely harmless and just related to the updater. Your deb file was still created successfully, so just ignore it and move on. Step 9. Let's install the app we just built. Run this command to move into the folder where it was saved. Then paste this command to install it exactly like a normal app. Step 10. It's time to get our 30 GB of space back. Run these 3 commands one by one to completely delete the temporary installation folders. Finally, step 11. There is currently a bug that leaves a 4 GB junk file behind every time you close the app. Paste this last command from my guide to fix your shortcut so it deletes the junk file automatically. And we are done. You can now safely open VoiceBox from your app menu and start cloning your voices. Before we clone anything, let's take a quick look around so you know how to navigate the app. The top of the sidebar holds your main tools, the Generate tab, the Multi-track Stories editor, and your Voice Profile Manager. Moving down, you'll find built-in audio effects and audio channels tab to manage your audio devices. Next is the Models section. Here you can see all the models you've downloaded, and you can delete or download new models manually. But you usually won't need to touch this since it auto-downloads everything for you. Finally, at the bottom is the Settings menu. In the General tab, you can manage the local server and API access. In the Generation tab, you can control things like auto-chunking and set your output folder. And in the GPU tab, you can verify your graphics card. VoiceBox automatically detected my RTX 4060, so we have a full hardware acceleration ready to go. Now that the app is running, let's look at the best way to clone a voice. You don't even need to download an audio file. VoiceBox has a feature called System Audio Capture. It can grab any voice that is currently playing on your computer's speakers. Let's try it, for example, on Mr. Beast. I just hit Start Capture in VoiceBox, switch over to YouTube and let him talk for about 10 seconds. I hit stop and click the transcribe button. Because this is our first time doing this, you'll see a quick notification pop up in the bottom right saying it's downloading the Whisper AI. Just let it finish, click transcribe one more time and it instantly analyzes the audio and writes the exact text for us. We name the profile, hit create and we are ready to go. Let's type a completely new sentence that he never actually said and hit generate. You will see another quick model download notification pop up. The second the download finishes, it automatically generates the audio.
I just bought every single Linux laptop in the world, and we are going to give them away.
For a 10-second capture, this sounds very good. Now let's take a look at another feature, emotion control. Usually AI voices sound flat, but in version 0.40 we have the new Qwen custom voice engine. To use it, click create voice and switch to the built-in voice tab. Change the engine to Qwen custom voice. These are high quality preset profiles, so no recording needed. I will select Ryan and click create. Down in the generation box, I will type a basic sentence. The package has arrived at the front desk. If we generate this normally, it sounds like this.
The package has arrived at the front desk.
But if you click this little settings icon right next to the generate button, it opens up a delivery instructions box underneath. We can command the AI exactly how to act. Let's keep the exact same text, but type speak in a quiet, hushed whisper. Now let's change the instructions to speak with intense anger and frustration, raising your voice. And finally, let's tell it to speak slowly with sadness as if you're about to cry. Look at the history panel. We have the exact same sentence generated 4 different ways. Let's listen to the emotional range.
The package has arrived at the front desk. The package has arrived at the front desk. The package has arrived at the front desk.
You aren't just generating text anymore, you are directing a voice actor right on your local hardware. VoiceBox proves that professional-grade AI doesn't need to be locked behind an expensive cloud subscription. You can run state-of-the-art synthesis entirely offline on your own hardware. You own the software and, more importantly, you own your data. If this installation guide helped you to get it running on your own system, leave a like. And if you want to keep building out your own private self-host AI tools, check out some of my other videos on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.